Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Near Post. We've got a bit to talk about in the Premier League. It happened this weekend. We were fairly definitive on the title race last week, but I think that's even been more confirmed over the weekend. And we're going to briefly look over to a couple of the leagues in Europe, like Italy and France, and we'll just have a discussion about them. So we'll start off with the Premier League. Dermot?
Yeah, the Anfield massacre, unfortunately. It's like, I don't know, we go all that time without loss in Anfield, bang, three in a row. And the third one, City absolutely slapped us up. We were level at half time, but even as soon as that second half started, they were playing by, like, we missed feck all big chances. We got lucky enough, Peno, and I hate saying it, but Sterling made absolute bits of Trent. So yeah, what can we say? City's title now.
Yeah, deserved winners of that match. We weren't up to class at all. Definitely Sterling was making bits of Trent the whole game. It was actually embarrassing to watch. I think 4-1 still is a bit just about unfair. I thought we were lucky to get a goal at all. Like, was it a penalty?
That was soft. It was a dive. Come on.
It was
a dive.
It was a typical little Salah get us back in the game. It gave us a bit
Fair play to him.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want boys like that on your team, but
yeah, 100%. But it was completely terrible, and you can't even fault, like, of course, Allison, but you feel bad because he's been so good the last couple of weeks. He's kept us in so many games. You can't just slander him like we did, like, say, Karius Champions League or whatever, because he's a top keeper, and it just wasn't his day. It wasn't our day. It wasn't our year.
Phil Foden masterclass. What, I don't know how he doesn't play more. Maybe they don't want to burn him out or whatever. He's so good. He's so powerful, and he's you know what I mean? He's well quicker than he looks. He kind of glides by lads. Yeah, City, I said they are already going to win the league weeks before this. This just confirms it basically as well. United dropping points on the Saturday. What did you make of that?
Yeah, just before
that game, to be honest.
Just before we go on, what an exciting time it is for England. I say it the whole time, generational talent. They're probably going through another boom again, like Frank Lampard, Gerrard, Scholes. Now they've got Foden, Maddison, Grealish. You know, the list goes on. There's so many.
Yeah, the pity with that is, well, for them anyways, if they had a proper, not even a proper manager, a decent manager, I'd have them as probably favourites for the Euros. Well, not favourites, probably second behind France. I think their attacking options, even their midfield, is class, but they have a bit of a donkey at the helm in Gareth Southgate, so that's why I don't think they're going to win it.
Yeah, when you look at them teams there, like in Europe, probably the best four teams are maybe Portugal, France, England, and Germany. I'd say Germany have just come out of that top three for me.
Yeah, Portugal. Actually, I forgot about them. I'd probably, just because the Ronaldo effect, the Ruben Diaz effect, I think they'd probably be slightly ahead of Bruno. Yeah, slightly ahead of England. But yeah, they've so many good young players coming through. If they get a proper manager with them, playing proper system, proper good football, yeah, they're a big threat in all the major tournaments.
That's been the case for England for how many years, though? It always seems like they always have the talent, but they never have somebody to come in and who can just gel everything together.
Roy Hodgson, they have obviously Big Sam for one game after that scandal.
Yeah.
Say nothing more about that. Classic Big Sam, but they never have great managers for the talent they have. That's, anyways, going off topic there, but yeah, they have so many good young players coming through. Phil Foden is just one of them.
Yeah.
Speaking now, we move on. United, I think, that United game Saturday, it just shows why they're not going to win the title. They literally have to defend one more ball, defend it 3 points gone, and they just can't defend it. Like Slabhead Maguire, he's the definition of a donkey. playing everyone offside and then calling for onside. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, I was actually delighted, and I wouldn't say that much, but to see everything get a point there, I was just loving it, loving life, to be honest. They were like United were overall, they were good, but they weren't great. I'd say the same for Everton. I thought United sloppy at the back. Usual stuff throughout the game, not just that last ball in. But Maguire has to do better. £80 million. At least hold your line. Like hold your
He's a
line.
duck. He's useless as well. That what do you call him, Olsen or Olsen? You can
Oh,
tell
he's
he's training
so
with
bad.
Pickford week in week out
Yeah,
because making them stupid mistakes. If Everton had a proper keeper this season, they could be right up there. Think
yeah,
about the clangers Pickford and that lad has had. If they not, I'm not even saying a absolute world class keeper. Say someone like Fabianski, who's I'd say he's a decent keeper now. Someone like
yeah.
him, just that's reliable.
Yeah, but
Jeez, they'd be
when I
well up
think
there.
when I
Fucking hell.
think of Everton in my years growing up, like playing against them, all I remember is, well, not all I remember, but one of their main things was always reliable keeper in
Tim
Tim
Howard.
Howard. That guy never missed a game. I
No, he
remember
was solid.
he played FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League. He played everything. Solid keeper, and they've just been just all over the
Yeah,
shop now ever since he's left. Man, Pickford. Gareth
yeah.
Southgate needs to cop on as
Yeah,
well.
that's another reason actually why they won't win the Euros if he plays. Well, if he plays, they're not going to win. Simple as
No, he's
he's
terrible.
muck.
There's a
But
mistake in him every game.
yeah, he just you can tell even looking at the defenders, they're nervous. They know if they let a shot off, whatever, it's a good chance for a goal. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just think United, this is their best chance to win a title in years. Obviously, Liverpool falling off a cliff. City were struggling at the start of the year, but United just, I think they're just not good enough to win it. They're
No,
good enough. I think their manager isn't good enough to win it. He's a bit of a coward.
they haven't got that bottle. That
Yeah,
squad
they have
there,
the squad. They have the squad, but not the manager.
squad's unbelievable. Maybe it lacks experience, you could say, kind of.
Yeah.
But I think Harry Maguire, I don't know what he's like off the pitch. Like he's trying to be a leader. He's only at the
Oh,
club.
how could you take him seriously? He's never captain any. He didn't even
Yeah,
captain Leicester. He's
yeah.
never won anything.
I think that
So
was
how is
just.
he United captain?
I feel like they maybe done that. He's got good work ethic. I'd imagine. Coming
Yeah,
from a club like
they
Leicester.
all should.
Yeah, he's coming into that England team. He wants to be great. He's a big sign for Man United. I think maybe to put that captaincy on him to maybe like, oh look,
Probably hype him up or something,
yeah,
but
he's
I
so
think
good. He's so good. He's our captain now and everything. But
he's not worth 40 million.
yeah,
He cost it. If they, I guarantee, if they could sell him for 30 million, they just cut their losses because they know he's just muck.
I feel like they're in too deep and they don't even want to get rid of
Yeah,
him now. Like,
they have to play him. He's the club captain. He's their record signing or record defensive signing, anyways. So
yeah,
they have to play him. But anyways, yeah, United big chance lost there. Looking at the Premier League now, it's to me it's a one horse race. I know Leicester have
yeah,
been decent, but City are going to walk in it. Comparing it to all the other European leagues, it's one of the least exciting in terms of the title race. I'd say. Look at
yeah,
the look at France there. What do you make? What's going on over there with PSG?
yeah. Well, PSG, they're in third place now, 3 points off Lille at the top. They haven't been
Leon
too
ahead of them
great.
as well.
Yeah, Leon in second. Like PSG, they haven't dropped too many points. I think they've 27 from 12 at home, but away from home they've been poor. And just overall they haven't really been seen. Like I've seen them play and they're either winning 4 or 5-0 or they're scraping a 1-0. Um
Yeah, Poch at the wheel now though.
yeah,
I still think they're going to win that league. They're still in the Champions League as well, so they still have loads to play for. The big thing for them is the Champions League. The League On and the French Cup and all that. That's a given for their owners at this stage.
yeah.
It's all about the Champions League for them, but they're struggling a bit in that league compared to what they usually are like.
Yeah, they're a bit like City there as well. Like they can win the league. They'd swap 3 league titles for Champions League any day
Oh,
of the
definitely,
week.
yeah. So would City.
Yeah, like just I don't know. I'd like to see a different team win it.
So would
From
I. No, so would I definitely. But I still think
regardless,
they'll have too much class.
regardless of what happens, if they win, the top players from each team is going to be bought out.
Mm,
So and they'll just win it the year after. That's what happens if
definitely.
they make a slip up. So
Exactly. Yeah, it's a bad season for them. Just to finish up on PSG. it's a bad season for them if they don't win the Champions League. That's what their owners have put all the money in for. Same with City. I know the league is harder to win in England, obviously, but they want the Champions League. Them owners, that's all they want.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, we'll have a look over to Spain, a side we've both been fond of this season, Atletico.
Good team, very solid team, and just goes to show what a world class manager can do to a team. You look at their squad; it's quite good, but you wouldn't say compare it to, you know what I mean. Compared to United, United have in my opinion, a far better squad
Yeah,
overall. Like who they're bringing off on the
yeah,
bench
I'd
and
agree.
stuff. But Simeone just has them so well drilled, and that man Luis Suarez, I think it's 16 goals, 17 games, something like that. Like class is permanent, and he's leading them to the title.
Yeah, they're what, 5 points clear now, and
Yeah,
2 games in hand as well. Of that's of Real,
yeah, Real, yeah.
uh,
Barca sitting in third.
Barcelona. Talk about falling off a cliff. I think that's been a
Yeah,
greater. They've been tough with injuries this year, but like what's happened to Barcelona?
Messi's obviously still world class, still unbelievable, all that stuff.
Not
But
happy though.
he's just a bit disinterested now. He's still going to produce them moments of class, kind of when he wants, but he's not. He's not taking all the games by the scruff of the neck. He's kind of just wandering through games. I think he has 13 goals this season, which for him is poor. For Messi, that's a really poor return. They're not. They're not Barca that they used to be. Ansu Fati was looking like a big prospect. Got a bad injury. I think he's just getting back into fitness. Maybe he's not even back yet, but
Yeah,
they have a few good young players there. But the likes of Busquets, Piqué, world class lads in their day, but they're just
it's
past it now.
time to go. Yeah,
Yeah,
look, they've been like Coleman. When you talk about him, he's been they've been demanding and demanding to play the youth. The fans have,
yeah,
and he's kind of refusing. Like Pedri's been starting to get a couple of games now, but they're still playing the likes of Busquets, the likes. I know Pique's had a bit of injury problems as well, Titi, but then keeps on playing the same guys over and over again. When you got to look at them, it's time to go out. And I think like if Barcelona, if they don't start mixing in the young people again, they're going to have a serious issue.
yeah. They have to as well. I think they're in financial crisis.
Yeah,
They won't have the spending power to go out and spend like they spent so recklessly. They spent 130 on Coutinho, over 100 million on Dembele, two flops.
I think they're
I'd
kind
say
of
Dembele has been a flop. I think Dembele is quite overrated. He's a good player, but they're
yeah.
spending over 100 million and they're not getting much from him. Then they spent some like 80, 90 million on Griezmann. They've
And
spent loads of money.
I'm saying it now, right? They're gonna. I think Messi's gonna go to summer. I don't know what fee they're gonna get. I'm not 100% in what way his
Mm.
contract's going, but I think it might be running out. I'm not.
I think he'll actually stay. He'll stay and
Yeah,
they'll upgrade his contract again, but they'll upgrade it again to something absolutely ludicrous. I think he's just playing a contract game, just milking every penny. And why wouldn't he? He's literally been their club the last 10 years, Messi.
yeah. I
Uh,
think. I think he might. I'd like to see him leave. I think most of the world would like to see him leave, except for Barcelona fans. Be nice to see him in a different league, even if he
yeah.
went somewhere shit, like even like America or something. Just to watch him play football. I don't think he will, but
America will be. I think the perfect thing for him is for PSG. PSG could afford him. They're one of the few clubs that could afford his wages, and let's say for the league on, obviously not a competitive league really. He could kind of, let's say, chill out at the weekends, play the game. Like he could still walk through them games with Neymar and Mbappe, and then have all his energy for the Champions League game. He definitely wants one more Champions League, and PSG will probably be the ideal club for him to go to. I don't know if that deal can
yeah,
happen
it's like when I look at PSG, you can't really think of many moves they've done just for that type of like for a player kind of factor. That does look more like I'm trying to think like a Man United type of thing to do. Man United like to buy players just for the kind of the name.
for the revenue, for the shirt sales, all that. Like an
Yeah,
Ibrahimovic kind of.
yeah. I don't think PSG. I think although PSG done it once with Ibra, but they're not really that type of team. Uh, yeah, I think
No,
imagine
I think they
Messi.
are. To be honest, I think they
Yeah,
are. They just sign the best players. They don't care how much they cost.
yeah,
Now there's FFP and all that, so they'd have to be a bit careful with that. But I think City would be a match made in heaven. Or sorry, not City. Well, City would be another club that could pull it
yeah.
off. But they're the two I think that could realistically pull it off, and where their owners would splash the cash. What is he? 34 now. There's still a lot more in him. He's
Yeah,
obviously declining.
it would be nice to see him go.
Yeah,
Probably
we
will
shall
it
see.
happen? Will it not? Yeah, definitely. But I think if he does, you're going to see massive, massive panic buying from Barcelona because they are just going to shit themselves. They already are in that camp. They are because Usman Dembele has been fantastic.
He's not the man.
Ansu Fati's already having injury problems at this age. Terrible
Yeah,
sign for a young lad. Their back line is getting old. He's got Longley and he's got Dest coming through. But that midfield is aging. De Jong starting to find his feet, but still
he's still a class player.
yeah,
I still think he's a quality player.
they're going to be in deep, deep water if they don't do something, especially around the front. That selling of Suarez just to keep him away from Messi. Terrible move. Look, it's come back to bite them now.
Yeah.
And
Speaking of goats, someone that's started to pick up his form recently again, Ronaldo in Serie A. We've got a big title race there as well over in Italy.
yeah,
I know you watch a good bit of the Serie A. What have you made of it all?
yeah. Look, I think it's going to be a Milan team that wins it. AC currently on top. I think they're 2 points ahead of Inter and seven
Who's going to
ahead.
win, Inter or AC? Have to say someone now
Yeah,
if you have
like
to pick.
AC Milan are like my second favorite team. You know that. I'm actually wearing jersey right now underneath this, but yeah, no, I'm a big fan of AC, but I hate to say it. They're just kind of slowing down. They haven't got the squad to fully do it. I think Inter will see it out and they'll just about win it. So,
I think Juve, they're 7 behind now, a game in hand. I was saying to you just before this, they're still going to win it. Ronaldo's just going to grind out a title. It's just what Ronaldo does. You're looking at Juve squad. It's not actually great. It's average enough, but they're solid at the back. And I just think Ronaldo's going to fire them to that title. The Ronaldo effect again. I think
yeah.
they're going for 9 Scudettos in a row. Am I right? 9 or 10?
Uh,
Something
I don't know.
stupid dominance.
I don't
No,
think
it's a
it's
big
that.
dominance. It's stupid.
It's not near 10 anyway. I think it's more around five, like seven or
No. I
yeah.
think it's 7 or 8.
Right. Anyway,
Well, people say in the comments, anyways, it's well up to 10, but I think they're going to win another one.
I think this is going to be the issue. Juve, like you look at Juve and Inter, and then AC are only playing Europa League football. They could go all the way in
Yeah,
that, but
Juve want to go for that Champions League. They're still in
yeah,
that as well, I
and I
suppose.
feel like Juve would be putting a lot of pressure into that. Inter will be out of everything, and they'll be grinding at the league. I think that's what's going to happen. Lukaku's been on very good form. And
Yeah.
look, I'd love to sit here and say right now AC are going to win it, but regardless if AC do win it or not, they're going to finish top four. This has been a fantastic season after
Yeah.
going being
Such a
called
decline for a big
yeah
club.
being called the sleeping giants, getting all
They
this
have been,
hate.
though.
Yeah, they've won 7 Champions Leagues. One hasn't come
Yeah.
since
They're still the biggest team in
2007.
Italy, but they're just, yeah.
They're
No,
still
for me,
they're a
for
top
me,
five
Ronaldo,
club in the world for
yeah.
me, but
For me, Ronaldo leads Juventus to another title, but we shall
no
see.
chance.
We'll end up on that short enough video, but we thought we'd take a look at the Euro leagues. They're very exciting this year compared to not usually. Juventus, PSG would have the leagues wrapped up by now,
Celtic.
more or less. Yeah, we'll definitely do a video when Jared wins that title and stops the Celtic dominance. But yeah, thanks for watching and make sure to get on our socials, Insta and Twitter.
Thank you.